You're one?
Oh,
Good evening. I'd like to call the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting to order for Thursday, September 11th. We have one case before us. We have minutes from two different cases that we have to approve. And we are going to start with a roll call.
We have no mic over here, so I'll just speak extra loud. Member Alfonso,
Here.
member Bransky,
Here.
member Cap,
Here.
member O'Brien,
Here.
member Johnson,
Here.
member Castaneda,
Here.
Chair Suzega.
Here,
All here.
we have to approve our minutes from our June 26th meeting. We reviewed them the last meeting.
Right,
If there are no other changes, I'll entertain a motion to approve them as. Did we make corrections on them last meeting? As corrected, okay. Okay, we have a motion by member O'Brien, want a second,
I'll second it.
member Cap? Roll call,
member Alfonso.
Yes.
Member Bransky,
Yes.
member Cap,
Yeah.
member O'Brien,
Yes.
member Johnson,
Abstain.
member Castaneda.
Sorry, this was the June 26th minutes, and I have to abstain.
Right, and Chair Suzega.
abstain.
We got what we needed.
That one's
You
yours,
did
okay.
have a problem.
There's a will, there's a way.
Okay, next is the meeting from August 14th. Does anybody have any changes they would like to make for that one?
I've got a couple. On page 9, near the top. It says member O'Brien asked if the condition should include a seventh. I believe that was findings of fact. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh.
Findings of fact.
Oh, you're right. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because we added something. There was one item that was not included. The Department of Transportation.
Yeah, that was correct.
I think it's correct.
Yeah, because if you go down further on the page, I was asking questions about those 7 items as well, and those were conditions pertaining to the IDOT driveway approval.
We added that as a condition.
Yeah.
I have a couple more. Okay, on page 10. There was a discussion that the parking ratios. Member Bransky noted that it is based on square footage for the business, not the number of employees. I think we need to discuss that because just like the meeting facilities, we exampled St. Joe, where it required 600 under the old zoning code, and under the new zoning code, only 125. So we need to revisit the square footage requirements that are in the code because they're not really accurate. I think maybe something like an occupant. Something of that nature. Because that's, it's going to occupy that building, and people have to get there. And that's the number of vehicles that have to be accommodated.
I think that's a larger discussion, like we can make it an agenda item at some point. But yes,
Yeah,
and
we need
revisit
to-
those.
We need to revisit that from the new code. And the last thing is on page 12. Near the top. I mentioned, member O'Brien noted that the color palette of the building is associated with the color scheme, which is most conducive to food establishment, has been used by, not on, other businesses such as Scratch the, Jewel, Osco, and former Dominic's, Scratch grocery store. The old Dominic's and the old Jewel had dark brown, orange, and white, which are conducive to food out of the looser color test.
Yeah, I remember mentioning Dominic's
Which
as
is
well.
allowed. But no should be.
Anybody else?
No, sir.
Oh, wait a minute. Uh,
Good. Yeah. Okay, nobody else? I'll entertain a motion to approve them as elected.
So moved.
Member O'Brien,
I'll second it.
member Cap.
I have a question. I missed something, statement on the June minutes. It had to. It related to the fence on the property line. And there was a discussion at the end of the meeting with regards to treatment, landscaping, a visual image effect of having something on the parkway that would be managed by the resident. And I reflected on that after the meeting. And we haven't had one of these. We've had these in the past where they were on corner properties and up against the property line. But we didn't have at that time an appearance commission. And we do now. And I think we made a miscue because that conversation, they are responsible for visual effect and landscaping. And therefore, any case like this coming up in the future should come to us, and if we don't approve it, it's moot. But if we do approve it, then I think it should go back to the appearance commission for their completion of that. Because I think that the arborist should have a ready list of items that would be what do I want to say, walker proof. People walk by the fence. If there's no sidewalk, they'll walk all over that parkway. And it's got to be something that is durable. It should not be at the selection of the resident. They're not experienced. So my suggestion, my recommendation is that in the future, if we have a similar situation, that it be completed. If we approve it, it should then be transferred to the appearance commission for completion. What are your thoughts?
Okay, on the floor right now is a motion by member O'Brien and second by member Cap to approve the minutes from our August 14th meeting. Roll call.
Member Alfonso,
Abstain.
member Bransky,
Yes.
member Cap,
Yes.
member O'Brien,
Yes.
member Johnson,
Abstain.
member Castaneda,
Yes.
Chair Zeta.
Yes. All right, our first case, our only case tonight, case number 2532. Special use permit for massage therapy at 17956 Halsted. This was published in the August 14th edition of the Daily Southtown. And 54 mailings were sent to property owners within 250 feet of the property. Have we gotten any responses on any of them?
We did not receive any
No.
public comment.
Okay. The petitioner is Jamie Cole. You want to come up to the podium, please? Okay, we're gonna ask you to state your name and address for the record, and all testimony is taken under oath. So we'll then swear you in.
Okay, Jamie Cole, I live at 3123 Holden Circle, Matson, Illinois, 60443.
Can you raise your right hand, swear the testimony you're going to give is going to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes,
Okay. So you were planning on putting in a massage therapy at the location 17956 Halston in space number 6, correct?
that's correct.
And what was the square footage on that? 125?
115.
115. Okay. And you're proposed to operate 7 days a week by appointments from 9 AM to 7 PM.
That's correct.
Like, tell us in your own words what you want to do and why you want to do it there.
So I'm a massage therapist, so I specialize in anything pain management, pain prevention, stretching. I do lymphatic drainage as well. I'm trying to get a prenatal cert as well, so I will be offering that as well. But it's mainly for maintenance and upkeep and pain management. I like that location because there are a lot of businesses surrounding and it's right off of the expressway. I do have Groupon, so a lot of my people do come from other towns, and off of the expressway is the perfect spot.
And you currently have a location you're going to be moving from?
Yes.
Okay. All right, we'll start with questions from the commissioners. Member Alfonso, would you like to start?
Sure.
Mm.
Good evening. So how long have you been doing massage therapy?
About 2 years now.
And we saw from your, they sent us your licensing, your licensed massage therapist. And you have to pass some sort of regulations or
Yes.
what's that entail?
So I have to go to school for it. So I was in school for like 11 months. And then you have to test out of there before they can give you permission to take the state board test.
No.
And it's a pass fail, so you either 80% or higher, or you have to take it again.
And I hope you're not having to do it right now with your. I think massage therapy is a fine addition to whatever suites are offering, but they're offering hair, nails, makeup, things like that. And I think massage therapy goes very well with that. You have what you need there, right? You get enough space
Yes.
and laundry facilities and
Love
things
that
like
part.
that. Oh, yeah, that's very nice, isn't it? Yeah. I don't think I have any other questions for you.
Okay, Member Bransky?
Hi, I actually don't have any questions for you specifically. I like what you're trying to do. I don't have any issue with it, but my question is directed to staff. In the materials, there was staff commentary about the case being unique, about it being a, because it's a special use in the larger if business unit, or because of the several business units in the property, how exactly do we envision that being monitored or managed? The fact that this would be a special permit, if I'm understanding this right, just for space alone, and anybody else who wanted to open up another massage therapy place in that building in another unit would also have to come before us, right?
Actions at all buildings, twice a year. And that's how we catch a lot of, say, like, office buildings that are divided up and there are uses in there that aren't registered or licensed for this. I'm not sure. I'd have to ask them to see if they do that in this sort of building, since it is a salon. Like if they have access to the suite technology, that would be the only way we would monitor it.
So seen as our therapist here is the applicant. The owner of the building is not involved in the process, but are they made aware that the special use limits, they can't just say, well, we got it for one unit, so it's good for any other unit we want. How do we ensure that?
Yep. Yeah, we did invite the owner. He was unable to attend this evening. I will note that in the recommended conditions, this was another way that we could restrict this. If we did just, approve it outright without any conditions, in theory, there would be nothing stopping that the building owner from allowing additional spaces. This is similar to other special uses we've done in the past in existing businesses. We've created conditions that restrict this scope and the area where those things can take place. So I guess in theory, with the conditions that those were approved here, if you had somebody else who wanted to go in that space, you would have to go through the process over again to own the special use permit.
Okay,
Okay.
so it would be still one permit, but it would be amended for an additional unit? Or is it multiple compounding permits? That's not clear.
Not allowing blanket.
Not tagged to the property itself. Okay,
But yeah, this is specific to her, massage.
Okay.
Did anyone else wanted to do massage?
Makes sense.
just want to make sure I was clear on what you were presenting in the materials. All right, that's all the questions I have. I have no issues thus far with what's proposed here.
Okay. Member
Next.
No questions or concerns or comments at this time.
Okay. Member O'Brien?
We've got a couple. Your current practices in Tinland,
Yes.
are you in a facility, a building, or your own?
It's kind of similar to what I'm trying to do now. It's called Pretty Little Dreams, I believe. So they also have different suites in there.
I have a question for staff with regards to page 16. The staff comments about massage therapy being offered appear to contradict the recommended conditions. The staff comments on 15, potential negative impacts on other proprietors within the Essence Salon Suites. And the use restriction is no more than one salon and suite within the existing business may be utilized for use as a massage therapy. So the conversation previous was discussing another massage studio or another massage at another suite in Essence salon suites. So I'm a little confused as to and the second question, the attendant question to that is, what is the potential negative impact that's expressed in the materials for a massage studio or suite? Condition of approval has been recommended by staff to limit the number of suites, which may be dedicated within the existing business for massage therapy uses in order to avoid potential negative impacts on other proprietors within the Essence Salon Suites. That's a direct statement. I take that to be contradictory to the recommended conditions on page 16, which limits only one. Page 14. I mean, page 15, second paragraph. I did read the expansion. It says, besides the Essence Salon Suites, it says, or surrounding businesses within the Washington Park Place Shopping Center. We did approve a couple massage studios on 175th Street, which is in proximity.
So you're asking why we would want to limit the number of.
Well, the discussion that just ensued previously was with regards to what if someone else comes in to Essence as a massage therapist? And to me, these two statements conflict. The recommended conditions has a restriction. No one else can come into Essence.
Exactly.
Someone else could come in, but they would have to apply and get their own specific license.
Yeah.
That way the commission can monitor them on a case by case basis. The reason massage is a special use is, you know,
Touching people.
is so that each case can be reviewed by the commissioner, so. Because this is one business, with one business operation certificate. We wanna limit it to just this use, and then any other suite would have to come back to you, because that's the intent of the code, making a special use.
Wouldn't want to be okaying 10 massage therapy places in the building. You wouldn't like that very much.
We're not reviewing for, you know, again, meeting the use standards requirements of the village, things like that,
Right.
which comes to the special use.
We're. In this case, you know, it's one large business, but it's individual operators within the business, so we wanna treat those operators. Case by case, instead of just allowing a blanket massage therapy. And maybe massage has negative impacts, maybe it doesn't, but. To look at it case by case.
I have a question for you then. Who is responsible for anybody else that wants to come into that salon suites? If they want to rent a space,
The owner of the building.
is it the owner's responsibility to make sure they're
Yeah, is-
licensed for whatever they want to do?
The owner is responsible for leasing out space, so the owner would. Establish leases, I assume, with each individual proprietor.
For-
So
Okay,
it's the business owner.
and the owner is well aware of this.
He's aware of this, he'll receive a copy of an approval letter, he's aware of this process as well.
Okay.
In the past, we've had a copy of a letter of an owner confirming the concept of a business coming into their business or their building. And there isn't one here. There's a statement that by the business owner seeking to offer such services with authorization from the owner of the existing business, but there is no letter.
The application on page 18 states Essence Salon Suites is the business, but it's partially redacted. I don't know if that's redacting a signature or did the owner? Is the owner supposed to be signing the application as well as the applicant, or in this case?
We don't traditionally require the owner of the property to sign an application, it's only the applicant.
Why
Would you require the provider of authorization?
Yeah.
The only authorization goes to the kind of business it is, not.
Right.
And that's all we're authorizing tonight.
And again, we've been in contact with the property owner related to this case, and he's been, you know, willing to answer questions and work with us as well.
I go back to my original question. What is a negative impact? I'm just curious. If there's a discussion, if there's other cases in the future in other parts of the village with regards to massage, what is the negative impact that's referenced?
And we could go with that. There's a practical concern, something like, say, if every suite in this space became a massage therapy use. you could potentially oversaturate a particular area. We've had that conversation with other special uses we've looked at previously. Obviously massage therapy is a very sensitive use. You're touching bodies, you are, we want to be sure that these are being run in a responsible way that is licensed, that is,
Big thing.
that again is being handled in a way that is not compliant with village codes. There's a variety of different angles you could go with a negative impact. It's tough to say without looking at individual cases specifically.
But the primary one is the number of instances.
Yeah, you can see that.
Yeah, that's a key negative impact we look at.
Nothing else.
Okay. Member Johnson?
I don't really have any questions except, I think it's a good, something that's needed. Just, the hours of operation, you said 7 to 9. Or.
It's by
By
appointment.
appointment, so it
yeah.
could be different, okay.
Mhm.
No, I think this is good.
Thank you.
Member Castaneda?
I don't have any questions. Hope your hand gets better.
Thank you.
She used to find a good massage therapist. For the hand.
Well, I got.
That's all you got? Okay, so you will not be doing anything else but massage therapy, is that correct? Okay. And it's by appointment only.
That's good.
Anybody else have anything? No? I'll entertain a motion to for case number 2532, special use permit for massage therapy at 17956 South Homestead.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make that motion. As just stated, recommend approval for case 25-32, special use permit to allow the operation of massage therapy within the existing approved business at 17956 Halsted, subject to conditions, which includes findings of fact, of which there are 8 listed, and 2 recommended conditions, 1 being a use restriction. Not more than 1 salon suite within the existing business may be utilized for the use as massage therapy. And number 2, being an area restriction, no more than 115 square feet of area within the business may be utilized for use as massage therapy.
Before we had 115 square feet. I thought it looked like it. Do the math, it looks like it's 116. But I think you're wrong. I just want to make sure that, if we don't get.
Well, this
Oh, you want to know the
this was
612?
probably created by the applicant, and this was created by the business owner, which has the 115 square feet.
Yeah, actually, it's a touch under 115. I got a footage calculator.
9.6.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good. Well, that's fine, that's good. Okay.
Oh, good.
I didn't want you to.
Sorry, you almost had an extra square foot.
No, I didn't want someone to come in and
Right.
kick me out of your business. An extra,
To that extra square.
extra square foot. When I calculated it, showed 116, so. Okay.
Okay, so we have a motion by member Bransky,
I'll second it.
second by member Alfonso. Roll call?
Member Alfonso,
Yes.
member Bransky.
Yes.
Member Cap,
Yes.
member O'Brien,
Yes.
Member Johnson,
Yes.
member Castaneda.
Yes.
Suzanne.
Yes. Good luck to you.
Yeah, good luck.
Excellent, thank you for being here tonight.
No, well, let's go back. As well. Like, we didn't have Thank you.
So we'll be in touch.
Have a good night.
Thank you for being here
Night.
tonight.
Thank you.
Anything else?
I think, there was a portion of Member O'Brien, yeah, I don't think I find an answer, but you were asking about this going back to the matter going back to the appearance committee.
The item on this,
You're right.
one six,
Yeah.
Oh,
No, but,
landscape?
yeah, as a practice, is that how it would work?
Not currently, it would go to our landscape staff, who would review the landscape plan. We have a list of, plantings that we allow, species plantings, and it's modified, I believe. They would make sure that, they wouldn't really look at the design of it, I don't think, but just like make sure that they were all right plants.
In that motion, in that case, we did make the recommendation that the homeowners reach out to the arborist.
They're not, right,
They're not beholden to that, it's just a recommendation,
which they did.
which they did.
Subsequent conversations.
we'll discuss it the next time we have a property.
So back to the suites arrangement. Didn't we have a discussion similar to this when we were developing the new zoning ordinance about how multiple suites were gonna be handled? Because we've had multiple cases over the years. And the one that sticks in my head is in Southgate, where they wanted to do a event center, and who knows, she couldn't describe what was gonna go on in the building. And I said, well, if you don't have any specific uses, we can't, it kind of has to be said on the special use permit. So when you've got multiple suites like this, and the business owner isn't coming in here presenting a general blanket use for all suites. Don't we have a methodology for this a little more, or I thought we already had this built in?
Or the one district where are not used. So the business itself is not.
Okay, so that kind of was the wrinkle. Okay,
And, but salons are not. So in any other district, in any other location in the village, yes, they would come in and we would look at how they program it.
it seems like a lot of these smaller personal service businesses are now, I mean, it's been for a while, it's not new.
That's a
But
big
going with a
thing.
conglomeration of suites, I mean, and it's getting hard to control. I mean, we had a heck of a time with the one that wanted to go into the old, dog pound, shelter.
Yes. So in any location except Paulson Street, it will come as a special use for the entire business.
Okay. All right, so that's why it was different this time. Okay, that's,
Now,
That
then,
become my
question for
center.
staff. We have in the past approved some cases. Like 24-hour access. Have you gotten any feedback from the village board or anybody about that?
Not specifically, no. I mean, I feel like in this case, we would probably, if she had tried to do 24 hours, we might have been able to like limit her hours through one of the conditions. Cause I don't know how they would deal with the 24-hour massage.
we did that. We put that condition on the unsuccessful one at the shelter because that's adjacent to residential neighborhoods. So that was
Right.
easy to do. Over here, over where she's gonna go, not so much. It's all commercial. So would there be a difference in that, or can we still control that?
Well, it comes
For
down.
her use, but not the.
Well, I talked to Denise McGrath, the police chief, and was explaining it to her. And she's totally against it.
I would say the board is probably in general against 24-hour businesses. It's not something that, we would.
But there's a difference between that and what we were talking about tonight. We use the term access.
Right.
I should be able to go to my business at midnight
Well,
If
it's
I
a good
wanna
point, 'cause
work.
I could come in here at midnight.
Exactly.
Work.
Right, exactly.
Right, but to have customers come in.
Right, exactly.
That's a different
Yeah,
story.
Exactly. Yeah. Right.
Well,
So-
and that's the thing, the guy wanted 24-hour access and we were like, well. For cleaning crews, he says, well, no, there's people that want to have appointments in the middle of the night. We were like, that's
probably-
the primary business use. That's a whole different story. That's being open for business.
Right.
Yeah.
That's-
So when somebody brings up access, do we reframe that as business hour? Just keep it sticking to business hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that you violate the law if you, oh, I can't visit.
Yeah, this building is,
Place of business.
this Essence Salon Suites is not open 24/7, it's that the. You know, the individual business owners have to open
Correct.
through their codes and, yeah, like any other office building.
Okay.
Well, that salon we approved in Cherry Creek a couple of months back. The applicant wanted access 24. It wasn't necessarily going to schedule customers. But in the materials that we received, and I asked a question that night at the meeting, it indicated public toilet. So she's having a 24-hour business. And she qualified in the meeting. Because the materials were confusing the way they were stated. And the 24-hour toilet was only for her customers.
Nothing else? We're gonna have a meeting in a couple of weeks.
No. No. Oh, yes. 25th.
All right, I will then entertain a motion to adjourn. Was that Bransky?
Alfonso.
I just gotta.
Bransky will second it.
Okay, Alfonso and then Bransky.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you all.
Until next time.
Yeah.
Because we. Too close. No, it's all right.